Let's get it.
What up,
Let's get it.
though?
What's the deal?
First of the party, man. It's your boy, First of the Party Breeze.
It's your boy Lex, the Express. It's that time, baby. It's that time. Time to get them resolutions together.
Yeah.
Most importantly, it's time for Blue to finish the job.
Gotta finish the job, man. We got Michigan and Georgia this Friday. Michigan an underdog right now at a -8, so they a 1-touchdown underdog. So what you got it, bro? Who you got winning, bro? That's what I need to know.
It's Blue. It's Blue. It's destiny.
Yeah.
This is the start of the Renaissance, baby. This is the first of the youth movement. I think this is a big weekend for Michigan sports. It's a long time since we had a champion here. A champion. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's Red Wings, Tigers, Lions, Pistons, it's been a long time. So it's time for the state of Michigan to behave like champions and embrace this feeling this weekend, man. This is a big month. You know what I'm saying? Tap it off this weekend and come back next week and finish the job.
Yeah, man. I definitely got Michigan winning. I keep saying the score. I got it being 34-30. I got Michigan winning in a tight game. Their styles are similar. I think Michigan got better weapons on the outside. I think Michigan has more weapons on offense than Georgia does. I think Georgia's defense is better than Michigan's. But I do think Georgia defense got a weakness, and that's their secondary. So I think if Michigan attack, when you run the ball away from 99. 300-pounder, you feel me, bro? Let's be smart about that.
Run the ball, you gotta locate him. Locate him. He defensive player of the year.
Yeah, you got he really. I'm gonna tell you though, you gotta both guards gonna have to holler at him. You know what I'm saying? So I think counters, sweeps, get on the outside, and make this Georgia secondary tackle too with some screens. And like I said, once we able to get that going, that defensive line, let's see who they are in the fourth quarter. Let's see if 99 is saying 99 in the fourth. We're
gonna see who the best defensive player in the nation is for sure. From one aspect of the game, you got to look at Blake Corum 100% now. Okay. So when you say get to the outside, that means get him the ball, in space. K. McNamara, what type of game do you think we're gonna see from him? Will we see more McCaffrey? Because you say get to the edge. More McCaffrey is more uncertainty, unpredictability. They don't know if you're gonna run the ball, throw the ball. I think that's what we need. Not McCaffrey in general, but I think we need more action plays to keep them off their toes, and then bang them every once in a while with Haskins, and get that defensive line tired by the fourth quarter, and then the big plays is there. Corum.
They're gonna be there. I think this too. I think Georgia gonna put people in the box. Because I think Georgia confident. We're very confident in their front seven, in which they should be. They should be. But I also think too, though, that they're gonna have. It's gonna be availability on the outside. It's gonna be some one-on-ones, and I think our guys is better. I think Michigan guys are better. I think we're gonna see a breakout game again from Andrew Anthony, number one, working directly with Braylon Edwards. I think that we're gonna have a big game from Blake Corum as well, and I also think we're gonna have a big game from the two true freshmen, the 2 5-stars, JJ McCarthy and Donovan Edwards. You could use Donovan Edwards in the slot as a receiver. That's how good his hands is. He's great coming out the backfield, blocking, and don't be surprised if you see a set with all 3 running backs out there at the exact same time as well. Remember, these are the last 2 games of the season, so Josh Gaddis is gonna pull out all the stops.
Got to.
And like I said in podcast number 10 last week, Michigan is 3rd in the nation right now in explosive plays. So it's not like the Wolverines can't have big plays. They're gonna be there, and Michigan gonna win this game.
Well, so how do we got another defensive player we gotta look out for is Nakobe Dean, the linebacker from Georgia. Kind of undersized. So when I see that, I know it's a lot of speed. You can fill the gaps, so you can hit. But when I see the undersized, it's the Big Ten. You got them big uglies up there. Them road graders got to get to that second level, and they got to put a pad on him. They got to touch him up. and they gotta hit that second level so Corum and Haskins can get those 4 to 5 yard pickups. If the Wolverines can get them 4 to 5 yard pickups, they control the clock, they scoring points, and then you can pin your ears back with Olave and Mr. Defense, Aiden
Mr.
Hutchinson.
Defense, the Michigan legacy. But yeah, I like I said, that was my prediction. It's been my prediction since I found out this was the matchup. You know, first of the party, I'm telling you all right now, Michigan is not intimidated by the SEC. They're not intimidated by Georgia. They're going to come and line up. And I just want to say this too. This is going to be the best defense that Michigan faced all year. This is going to be the best offensive line that Georgia played all year in Michigan. And they're going to prove that too. But sticking in the whole thing with football, man, we got to go to the big boys now, man. We got to talk about them Lions, man. We got to talk about them Lions, man. I'm going to let you go ahead and start it off, man. What we got?
Another good Sunday for me last Sunday. Another great Sunday, man. What more can you ask for?
What? That's bullshit.
Hey,
you already know that wasn't true.
That was a great Sunday.
You see how James Conner didn't play? Tricked me.
Oh, she talking about fantasy football. Yes, I'm in the championship. The first of the party. We gotta bring it home, baby. We gotta bring it home, baby.
Yeah, man, y'all got to get in our league next year, man. First of the party league, man. We throw it every year. Y'all got to make sure y'all get with that too, man.
No, go ahead, bro. Lions,
how you felt about this past Sunday, man?
Oh, great game. Great. I mean, what can you ask for? No Hawkinson, no Swift, no Goff. Craig Reynolds, the boy. Look, Dan Campbell, I believe now. We shouldn't even have this question anymore. You got these boys playing hard. You got them playing great football without your best players. The run game was pretty good. I like what I seen from the defense. The secondary played well. Charles Harris making another sack. Ali McNeil getting a sack. Big fellas was offensive line just moving and controlling it. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Come on, man. We asked for a receiver in the draft, and hey, look, Brad Holmes delivered.
Got him in the 5th round, man.
Keep progressing, fellas. Let's finish these last 2 games off great. Deandre Swift is playing for the rest of the season. Dan Campbell said, no, we're not shutting him down. We shut him down at the Green Bay. We love what we seeing from this run game and from these fellas. Hey, man, I'm excited, man. Very happy.
So tell me, you being a Lions fan and, trying to figure out where this team is going, where do you see the Lions going as far as the draft? Or let me change that question. What would you like to see the Lions do? What is your dream scenario? And this is first of the party information. Make sure y'all know that. First of the party.
We all know who everybody's saying we go get and who they want us to grab. I'm going to go different. I'm going to trade back. I'm going to take that first pick or the second pick, and I'm going to try to trade back. We got 2 NFC East teams with multiple draft picks in the first round. Philadelphia got 3. Giants got 2. Both of them need pass rushers. So they can be in competition trying to move up and trying to fight between each other to move up. So the Lions will have trade partners if they land at 1 or 2. And I feel like you should target Kyle Hamilton, the safety out of Notre Dame. 6'4", 220, can cover tight ends, which we know this is a tight end lead. They're the hardest position to guard. They're bigger than the safeties and corners, and they're faster than the linebackers, where this guy can go sideline to sideline. He's making plays behind the backfield. He's tailor-made with coverage skills. So he can play in the slot linebacker. So he can guard the running backs coming out the backfield. He can guard the tight ends that's hard to guard, and he can jump in the slot if need be. It's similar to last year where we had a strength in the offensive line and we added Penei Sewell and made that unit elite. Right. Well, we got our defensive coordinator is a former secondary coach in New Orleans, Aaron Glenn, and we see they got DBs flying around the field with Roby, Lattimore, Gardner Johnson, Jenkins. Well, we're going to have Okudah come back. Melifonwu, we drafted him this year in the 3rd or 4th round. Both of the undrafted corners, Jerry Jacobs and AJ Parker has been playing really good. And we got Amani Oruwariye. You slot him in up back there with Tracy Walker. Now you got a weapon at 6'4", Swiss Army knife. And then you can still, with grabbing the extra first rounder from those teams, you can still get you a pass rusher with the big.
Now, which of the 2 NFC East teams are you talking about? We want to make sure we letting the people know how we putting the trade together. So is it the Cowboys? Who was the other two NFC East teams that got the 2 picks?
The Giants have 2. The Eagles have 3. They got 3 from that Carson Wentz deal. Philadelphia is more further along. They both need a pass rusher. Philadelphia, Brandon Graham tore the Achilles. Giants been needing a pass rusher. They also might go offensive line. So we got the ammunition to move back. We already got 2 first-round picks. We can make it 3 and accumulate more talent. My dream scenario would be Kyle Hamilton. Then the second first-round pick, Drake London, the receiver out of USC. 8 games, over 1,000 yards. Reminds me of Marshawn Lynch after the catch at wide receiver. Big fella, 6'5", go get it, basketball background. We know how that translates in the NBA, in the NFL. So he'll take pressure off Hockenson, make sure Hockenson won't get double teamed. He's another big body receiver. He played with Amari USC. He can block. So it's another red zone target for Goff. Like I said, that'll help the transition for Drake London and Kyle Hamilton, because they got former teammates on the team already. Julian Okwara for Kyle Hamilton, and then Amon-Ra. And then the third first round pick, you can either go to Kobe Dean, linebacker from Georgia, to help on that second unit. I wouldn't mind even going back to offensive line and going to that right guard, because you got Vitae, but you can get from up out of his money, placing a younger player and really pound the football, or you can go receiver again. It's a deep receiver class. If you're not sold on Cephas or Josh Reynolds, you can go out cheaper route and get you another young stud receiver. You got Treylon Burks, Olave, Garrett Wilson.
I really like Treylon Burks. I've been raving about him for quite some time. Also know too, for the people who don't or might not be familiar, I know this is a predominantly Michigan sports podcast, but for the ones who are not familiar with Notre Dame, that's the guy that wore number 14. He was starting at Notre Dame, number 14, as a freshman. And in my opinion, his ceiling would be the safety from Washington. What's the safety? Sean Taylor would be his ceiling, and then Taylor Mays will probably be his floor. The guy is incredible. When you put on the tape, he hits. The thing that I'm most impressive about with Kyle Hamilton is how he's able to run from hash to hash. He caught a pick and caught it inbounds, 2 feet inbounds. It would have been good in the NFL. But the where he had to run from to get it, man, it was reminding me like a center fielder in baseball. It was crazy how he got there. Me personally, though, I think that the Lions should go defensive line. How I build my team, I'm more of a trench guy. I want to be able to dominate the trenches on both sides of the ball. I think that being able to dominate the trenches and then force this opponent into being one-dimensional. We already in a passing league, but my thing is this: in order for you to be a champion, you're going to have a stout defense along with a decent running game. Your running game is going to have to be productive. The Lions are moving in that trend. I want us to accelerate that by going defensive line. But like I said, that's how I would build my team. I would build my team from the inside out. Now, we have seen success in recent years from teams building their defense from the back forward. We got New England. They're heavy on the defensive backs. They're great at that. Seattle has done that. Even with that Denver team, a lot of people just remember Von Miller, but that secondary was really well. That secondary was really good.
Chris Harris.
So, yeah, Chris Harris. So, I like the options that the Detroit Lions has when it comes to the draft anyway. It's really, they're kind of in a win-win situation. But if we want to maximize where we at, I think we need to land at the 1 or 2 spot. And I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you. Go ahead and go get Kyle. And let's see what happens. It's a shot. It's a shot, man. It can happen.
You got a lot of momentum going. You know what I'm saying? You look at how hard the team playing, and they're in games without talent. So right now, at these last 2 games, you're just trying to figure out which ones we want to bring back. Which one is the dogs? Which ones I need to fight, go run through a wall for me. So make sure you see a lot of effort players.
Like, that's where the dogs is at, that running back room.
Yeah.
That running back room got some dogs in it, bro. Yeah.
The offensive line room, man. Like Jared Goff, DeAndre Swift, y'all need to buy them boys Rolexes, whatever they need. Meal plans, meal preps, whatever. Like I said with these units, man, running the football looked good for the Lions. But I look at Kyle Hamilton, bro. It's gonna be times where you're gonna need to guard a Kyle Pitts, a Waller, and even if he can't cover him, Kelsey's. When you double him with a 6'4", 220 guy that can run, man, you can negate a top weapon. And we can't forget, like I was telling you earlier about Okuda, man. I'm still on Okuda. I'm on Hefe. Man, for rookie year in COVID season and remote learning, no training camp, came out and had to play against the NFL's best from day one, from Devontae Adams, Julio Jones, and DeAndre Hopkins. He got a pick out of one of them games. You know what I'm saying? He had to go against some dogs as a rookie. We got to remember rookies struggle in this league at corner. We've seen Darius Slay and how he took that big leap once he timed the speed. This year, Hefe got hurt. But look, next year, look for him to be that number one corner again. You got to understand, he been hurt, but he's been in the learning tree, watching the film and learning. He'll be good next year. Amani-O, that's why I love Kyle Hamilton. But like I was saying about them effort players, because this is a team of effort, they resemble their coach. That means when you need to get that extra yards or them jump balls, that's where Drake London and Kyle Hamilton, them boys come into play. Them effort plays and big players. So that's the type of team we trying to build. It's blue collar city, man. Too. We got to go that route.
And before we move on to our next city, too, listen, I also want people to pay attention to a guy named Sauce Gardner. He's a cornerback that played in Cincinnati. Hasn't been scored on all year. Now, I'm pretty confident that that's probably going to change this Friday when they play against Bama. And that high-power offense that they got.
Don't underestimate Cincinnati. They got another corner over there, Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He on the other side. He wearing number 8 this weekend in memory of the Mamba. They got Desmond Ridder, the quarterback, on the other side. He got big draft implications. He have a good game against Bama and get to the national championship. Now you're looking at him as a quarterback that may turn some eyes. He'll be in the Senior Bowl.
And it's funny, too, because this draft is not a quarterback-heavy draft, but we got some quarterbacks that are in some positions that they have big bowl games to maybe move their stock up. Yeah. This weekend, because I think in a couple days, maybe tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, Michigan State and Pitt play. So you got Pickett going against that Michigan State defense, who has been, they struggle all year against the pass, but their defense has started to been turning around too. So we got some implications that's going to be happening. Desmond Ridder, another quarterback as well. So we're going to be able to see. We're going to be able to see who's ready. This weekend going to be huge though, man. You got any predictions for the other games? We got Michigan and Georgia. What about the Bama and Cincinnati game, man? Who you got?
I want Bama to win because I want to beat Bama too.
Most definitely.
I want to beat Bama for all the Alabama fans in Michigan too. Yeah. I see y'all. I ain't forgot about y'all.
Yeah, they just came. It
ain't just Ohio State fans.
We'll get to that.
Get them Tide fools too. I want y'all.
I think Bama gonna beat Cincinnati 42-14. That's my first
Desmond Ridder going in the second round, Chief.
Hey, that's not my fault. That's his fault. It's gonna be close in the first half. It might even be tied at halftime. That second half adjustments is gonna be ridiculous. Nick Saban and them boys gonna take off on them.
Player I'm watching is Jamison Williams.
And listen, let me tell you too, the reason why this game is gonna be pretty funny, and it's unfair though. I'm gonna say unfair first. It's unfair because you got the first Power 5 team being put in. You know, you got the first team being put in from that group of 5. Excuse me, not Power 5, group of 5. And they about to get the shit kicked out of them. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the
they did this on purpose.
It's funny though, because the group of 5 been screaming for years. UCF, Cincinnati been in this run. This is for the Boise's and all those guys. Y'all gonna understand why they ain't want to put y'all in. Y'all gonna find out why. Y'all gonna find out why Friday, bro. When y'all get sent back to Cincinnati, 42-14 or 40 or 50 points, they might put up 50 on them boys. We just looked at Georgia. People said Georgia was the best defense, bro. They put up 40-some points on them, bro.
Georgia is lit. Georgia is lit. That defense is lit. They scare me, but Bama, I'm watching Jamison Williams, the wide receiver at Alabama. Mm-hmm. He played at Ohio State last year, transferred this year, 4.3 blazing speed, even going nuts. So that's another receiver I've been having my eyes on. I'm watching him. He have a good game against Sauce Gardner or Kobe Bryant. His draft stock goes to the top of the board. So I got to keep my eyes there. Of course, watching both the Gardner, Gardner, that's Devin's little brother. So
Right.
gotta, show him some love.
Most
The Kobe
definitely. Shout
Bryant
out to
for the
Sauce.
Mamba. So it's gonna be a good
Nah,
game. I'm excited.
and then speaking of the draft too, man, we also got big draft implications coming up for our Detroit Pistons as well. So it's not looking too good. Pistons is on right now. They're playing against New York. So what do you have as far as trade packages? Let's start with the trade package, then we'll move back to the draft.
Right now, I'm really focusing in on the two playoff teams in the East right now, Chicago and Atlanta. Um, Atlanta's looking to get, both of them is revolved around Jeremy Grant. Atlanta's got Okongwu, the backup center. He's expendable because they got Capella. But they got two young players also available too. Deandre Hunter and Cameron Reddish. Cam Reddish just went nuts as of late. Last game he had 8 or 9 3-pointers.
Olympic score.
Good pistol on him. 6'8" defender, nasty, pick you up full court. My type of guy, athletic, run
silky
the floor.
Jump shot, man.
Yeah,
silky. That motherfucking jump shot, silky.
You would pair perfect with Cade Cunningham. I remember last week I told you about the Kobe White, Patrick Williams package and how much I like that. That one got a little bit more realistic today with them being rejected from that disabled player exception in regards to Patrick Williams. So you can see that deal possibly happen. The only hiccup is you got to play Jeremy Grant 4 times a year. And he in division, in the Central Division, when you trade him to Chicago. So when I look at that Atlanta deal, and if Cameron Reddish is automatically the best prospect between Kobe White, Patrick Williams. So if I can get Cameron Reddish and Okongwu, that's what the deal is probably looking like. That's more realistic. But if I can get DeAndre Hunter,
I was about to say I'll take DeAndre Hunter too, man, because he's low key
defense.
I think he's a better defender than Cam Reddish, but he can also score the ball too. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, I'm gonna say it again. Get Buddy Hield here, man. Man, this bro. If I don't know if y'all need league pass or if you need to just watch some highlights. Man, the Buddy Hield, he can play basketball. The boy got it. And I'm gonna tell you right now, he fit what Detroit need. We need a guy that can play defense and can score the ball either within the offense or create their own. And he can do that, bro. He can do that. He's what Saddiq Bey wants to be. I'm telling you. Yeah, I said it. He's what Saddiq Bey wants to be. He's a better scorer, better shooter, better defender than Saddiq Bey right now. I understand Saddiq is young. But what I'm saying is what Saddiq Bey is trying to be is what this guy already is. And I'm not saying we even have to ship or move Saddiq, man. We could push him to the bench, but he's just not a starter. You bring Buddy Hield in.
You can't lose him on the bench.
No, you can't.
You can't.
You bring Buddy Hield in with these guys that we have right now on this team, man, and that elevates us. And yes, there are some other trade packages. And listen, we got the fourth amount of money when it comes to cap space. You got the fourth most money when it comes to cap space, right? So we're going to be able to sign some big names, if they're available. But we have to be able to attract them. And the ways you do that is going to be, through the draft, actually having production within the team right now, and then trying to make this pitch to these players. Because there are some big key players that's coming out as far as free agency. Bradley Beal's going to be a free agent. John Wall's a free agent. We don't need John Wall, but DeAndre Ayton is going to be a free agent. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are players that the Pistons can use. Zach LaVine, James Harden, Kyrie Irving, Westbrook. These players are all going to be free agents this year.
Hey, what about this, man? DeAndre Ayton declined that qualifying offer from Phoenix.
Right.
So that makes him the free agent, right? So Phoenix are in a position to where if we can't re-sign him, we're going to lose possibly. These Stu got into it with LeBron James earlier this year. The Suns put the Lakers out in the playoffs in the first round last year. Is there some type of package that you could think of, maybe a Jeremy Grant and Isaiah Stewart to Phoenix for DeAndre Ayton?
I wouldn't package it. I would fight for him in free agency. I'm going to tell you why, because he's going to be a free agent, right?
But you got to get him here.
I understand that, but though we have the fourth most in cap space. You have to find. My thing is this: Detroit. This is what you do when you're a small market and you're losing. You're gonna have to throw some money at somebody. Just make sure it's the person that can change the franchise, that can help change the franchise. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if DeAndre Ayton is that guy. He might not be, but if you're talking free agents and you're in a small market and you do have the money, right? Draft good, which we've been doing, but now put the money where your mouth is. You got to throw some money at somebody to be able to compete with these other cities. You see what I'm saying? You have to be able to compete because DeAndre Ayton easily could take a deal with, most likely people want to take a deal with a contender. You know what I'm saying? In order for you to be a smart market team to be able to get these big fish free agents, you have to be in a position that the Pistons are in right now.
I think
shop the city, shop the culture, and we'll do good.
The difference between, we know he's a free agent. See, Phoenix can match any deal he get. Well, they have the rights to. They can't because of the contract that they just gave Chris Paul. He wants max money. He's not.
Don't we all?
And for this instance, he's not going to come to Detroit. You know what I'm saying? If he's a free agent, he has no reason to say, I'm going to go here. You know what I'm saying? Because of the fact that we're not ready to win yet.
Right.
So our best object, if we are to get him, is to package Jeremy and Stewart to get him, because we can match any deal he get outside of that. But we're willing to give him the max. This guy right here is a center of, you know what I'm saying, what he did to Jokic in the playoffs. That's what we need here. He didn't. He in the series against Giannis, he didn't play particularly all that bad. He played well. He played well. You know what I'm saying? But if you look at it, you have the opportunity in this league. They say you have to get you a point guard in the center. If you get a point guard in the center, if you get your point guard of the future in the center of the future, you're in great hands.
Mm-hmm.
Me and you both see flashes from Killian Hayes, and even if it ain't Killian, you can move Cade there. Now, if you can get DeAndre Ayton, this is a guy that you can have guard Embiid. This is a guy that you can play multiple sets. He can score on his own. He's not undersized. He's a rim runner, can catch lobs. We see in Phoenix, he can finish when he catches the ball. He got range, playoff experience, finals experience. This accelerates the rebuild. You get an Ayton by the deadline, and you still have that top pick. Now when you do draft a Chet Holmgren, you can say, hey, you ain't got to play the 5, just play the 4. Because now your foot speed is good enough, you're long, you can spread the floor, and now we really like a mismatch problem. So, I mean, that's a deal I'm looking at. That's one of them out of nowhere deals that you can sit back and be like, oh, how did that happen? And it falls under the criteria of Jeremy Grant. He wants to play for a contender, and he wants to play for a black head coach and a black GM. Phoenix GM is currently fired under that investigation.
They got Monty Williams over there.
Yeah, they got Monty Williams. So they're going to go that route.
My only thing is this, too. Reports have showed that Ayton didn't want to let Chris Paul down. Now, when I read that, what that lets me know is that you might have had a different motivational factor. I want to know, if I max DeAndre Ayton out, are you going to come here and give me what I need? Are you going to be the motor to our team? Can you be the heart of our team? Because without Chris Paul, I don't know if you would have reached the level that you would have reached. That Chris Paul pushed you to make it to this level, because he told you, bro, we need you to be at this level. Can you consistently be at this level without a Chris Paul over here? That's a question that only time could answer, because we can both speculate on yes, he will, or no, he won't, or whatever the case. But that's something that I would want as a Detroit fan. That's something I would pay close attention to. And see, I also want to let people know too, I believe that we are moving into this positionless basketball where, technically we already here, where LeBron just lined up at center the other night. And we know his primary position is small forward. He's played all 5 positions, and that's the type of league that we're going to be in. I think the Pistons are moving toward. That's why I think I'd rather have them draft Cade over Jalen Green, because of the versatility that they have, right? DeAndre Ayton kind of cuts that versatility down a little bit for me, because on the offense now he's not really a stretch 5, you know. but he still can't score. If it's a person that's smaller than him, get him the ball and let him work. So it could work. It could work. I definitely see that positionless basketball is where we're going. And I think that the draftees that are coming out, the top 4, top 5 players, you could put them in multiple different positions, and especially with the Pistons, they could be dynamic. And I don't want nobody clogging up the middle like a DeAndre Ayton potentially could be,
Yeah. I mean, I'm just trying to get better. I want to get better. I
gotta
look
get
at
better.
And I look at it in the East. You're gonna need that big down there.
Most
Isaiah
definitely.
Stewart ain't gonna do it. You got a B coming in. You got Giannis down there, so you're gonna need a 7-footer. You're gonna need somebody that can change shots, block shots. And Isaiah Stewart plays hard. I like him better off the bench too. I call him Jason Maxill's son, but that's Jason Maxill's son.
Yeah. I feel it though, because J Max had a little offense with him too, just like Stu. So I'm with it. I'm rocking with it, man. What else we got? What we looking at, man? What we got for the rest of the show here?
Man, that's really about it. RIP John Madden, man. RIP John Madden.
Man. What do you? What was your first Madden game that you played, man? What was the first Madden you remember playing?
The first Madden I remember, I think it was Madden 95. I had a code on Sega Genesis to get the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Carolina Panthers. They were the expansion teams. And to get them expansion teams, you had to have this code, and it was ABBACAC. And John Madden would go boom, and then you had Jaguars and the Panthers. But that's my Madden video game first memory, man.
My first Madden was a Madden that I remember was Madden 2000. It was the last Madden that didn't have a player on there. He was on Madden. John Madden himself was on the cover. He was the last one, because that next year was Eddie George 2001. He was Eddie George for Tennessee Titans on there. That was my first Madden, though. I remember just when I got it, I'm like, yeah, it's on. You know what I'm saying? It was 2000. It was the best graphics. It looked real. It was crazy. And I see it now. I'm like, oh man, it looked terrible. It looked terrible. But yeah, man, RIP to Madden. One of the greatest, probably the greatest coach that we got in the NFL, man. His record better than Lombardi. He don't got all the rings, but he do got one. I mean, he got a Hall of Fame career, man, twice. I mean, he was a Hall of Fame broadcaster and a head coach. So that's crazy.
Hey, why not this, man? Why not change the name of the Lombardi Trophy to the Madden Trophy?
That'd be crazy.
That would be dope, man.
That'll resonate with this this culture right now too.
And it's the game evolving. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like, how you got the NBA that keeps Jerry West's logo or whatever, and now they got the Bill Russell.
Which need to change, bro. First the party, bro. Change it, man. Change Jerry West's logo, man. Ain't no disrespect to him.
Kobe.
My man was nice.
Kobe
definitely should be Kobe, bro.
Let's get one.
I want the fadeaway, bro.
You get the fadeaway,
or I want him in the post. You know how he be leaning? I want him in the post. Ooh, that'd be nasty.
You know what I want?
Kobe on there.
I want when he was flaring that jersey up after he went nuts on him.
That'd be crazy. Ooh. Yeah, man. I think Kobe should be the next logo, though, man. We need to do that. Hashtag Kobe for logo in the comments, man.
Hey, before we get out of here, too, man, I want to address Sean Jigga Man Carter.
What?
Yeah, man. All you suckers talking about Jay-Z and the verses, man. Hey, man, that man that gets smoked, man.
By who?
Eminem, Busta Rhymes.
I see that's where we gonna close this. I see how we closing the show out tonight. We're gonna hurry up and get off of here. We losing subscribers by the minute. I see the number going down.
Y'all want the Jigga Man? No, for real. Wayne to get him, though. I think Wayne to get him. I think Kanye to get him. I think Eminem would definitely smoke him. Just play Renegade all over again. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave this. I'm gonna let this be sports. But hey, for my people in my personal life, y'all know me and y'all know what it is too, man. Come on, let's not do this because we don't want to embarrass.
Eminem had people calling their mom out their name.
Hey, Wayne will fight though. That Wayne wanna be it'll be a fight. And I feel like the people who out here just talk about
Money
Hey,
on my
listen,
mind.
listen. Yeah, it'd be a fight too. But listen, man. Hey, we know what
Kanye
Jay
come out there
doing
with the glasses with the lines in there. It's over.
with the backpack.
Talking about some that don't kill me, can only make me stronger.
Oh my
Yeah,
God, bro. Yeah, Jay that guy though,
yeah.
man. Oh man.
Let's go, yay.
Hey, listen, man. I don't know what y'all been doing, but listen, share, comment, like, subscribe. Do not forget, we on Facebook, we on Twitter. Man, we got a fantasy football league. We trying to take over. You
And
feel
don't
me? We
forget,
got merch. You see
we
my
on
man got the shirt
Pornhub.
on.
We
No,
on
we not.
Pornhub.
We
We
not
on
though.
XNXX.
We not, man. We not.
Fans only.
Make sure you upload this to 21 plus, my God.
No, but for real, man.
YouTube about to flag the hell out of
us. like, subscribe, man, share, show some love, man. Comment down there, man. If y'all got some topics, some things y'all want us to discuss, let us know, man. Friends and family, Texas, you know how to get in touch with us, man. Let us know, man. Help us grab that brick.
Help y'all.
So we can break this chain, man.
You know, and do
get
not forget to wash your feet. Don't forget it, because your mama taught you better than that.
Go over nobody's house with the hole off the heel. That's bad. That's bad juju. That heel be stinking. We out, yo.